There we are.
We are live. Hey everybody, my name is Tim Palladino, and I'm one of the founders of SideHustle, the party game for entrepreneurs. And I'm joined by my business partners, Tomer and Darby, and our special guest, Chen, today from the Boba card game, Sabobatage, that is actually live on Kickstarter today. Actually, about 2 hours ago. Is that right, Eric?
Exactly 2 hours ago. We went live
2 hours ago.
Yep.
Yeah, so to check it out right now on your screen, unless you're listening to this, you will see a link. This is bobacardgame.com/SH for Side Hustle. So you can check that out. You can check out their Kickstarter. They are zooming along. You guys just had some incredible speed out the gate. Really excited to see this thing come to life. I kind of saw it from the beginning, working with you. Just so impressed with what's going on. So can you tell us a little bit about the about Sabobatage and what inspired it, and tell me about your journey?
Yeah, absolutely. I usually have a deck lying around somewhere, just kind of scattered around my desk. But
today's probably been a pretty tough day. Launching a Kickstarter, as we know, is not a simple thing.
Yeah, it is definitely not. My team has been working hard at it. I'm running on 1 hour of sleep. Luckily, no bag under my eyes, I don't think, unless I got this from the last 45 days. But anyways, the Boba card game itself, it's, as you guys can imagine, it's regarding boba. And so for those of you who don't know, boba is also known as like bubble tea or pearl milk tea. So a really common drink that came from Asia, and it's making a huge wave all across America. It's just surging more and more now. But it's a tea, usually with milk or a fruit flavor, and then tapioca balls, or you can incorporate certain types of jellies. And so what we ended up doing was creating a game concept around it. And you basically have those three ingredients. You have a tea, you have a flavor, so that could be milk or fruit, or toppings. So boba as the main one. You got aloe, pudding, red bean. And so we made a lot of the artwork around the types of ingredients that goes into it. You got peach, you got passion fruit, and you got milk. So you combine these cards together, you're playing around with your friends. Each player is like their own boba shop owner. So you imagine they're their own store, and you're competing to see who can build or be the first one to build 5 completed drink sets. But what makes the game more interesting are all of the action cards that come with the deck as well. So you got the most crazy one or the most intense one, which is the name of the game, which is called Sabobatage, which is actually hiding from me right now, since there's only 2 of them. That's how rare they are. Here it is. So we got Sabobatage, the main one. Thank you. Yeah. So this destroys 5 ingredients on the table. You can protect it with this Boba Assurance card. My all-time favorite one out of all of them would be lactose intolerant. So you got one where it'll trash the opponent's milk on the table. Great. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of Asians are lactose intolerant, so it's funny that we obsess over.
Interesting.
I myself am lactose intolerant, so I usually opt for the fruit teas. But that's the name of the game, and combining the artwork, boba milk tea, and the internet, can't go wrong. So
yeah, cannot go wrong on this. So what is your favorite boba? What's your go-to order when you show up?
My go-to order is a passion fruit green tea with aloe vera. Yeah. So usually the normal boba is like, it's very chewy. So if you like to chew a lot on like gummies and candies, like boba's perfect for you. If you just want like that, just a nice bite straight into a topping, I would recommend the aloe, and it's good for you too.
Very cool. Very cool.
Sounds like you guys have
go for it.
Sounds like you guys have an expansion pack opportunity with like the different milks, oat milk, goat milk, soy milk, all the different ones.
Yeah, that's
chocolate
the idea. And then one of the other expansion possibilities is to work with future boba stores too. And so a lot of boba shops, they get popular or known for certain drinks or ingredients that they have. So if you imagine like Boba Guys, for instance, if you see their signature drink, it's this red, white, and green drink. It's like a strawberry like latte matcha, and it looks beautiful in pictures, and it tastes really great. And so like imagine if we incorporate strawberry as a fruit flavor into here, and matcha as a tea base, then you can start incorporating, different types of Boba Shop signature drinks into the game too.
Great. I love that forward thinking. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Are you guys ready to play a round of Side Hustle? A full game of Side Hustle? 4 rounds. All right. So today, as always, we're going to be playing Side Hustle, the party game for entrepreneurs. Tomer, can you throw the out? Derek's got his copy up. Can we get the rules up?
Yeah.
So very simply, what you have to do is split into 4 different teams. One person will be playing the investor. The other 3 will be the entrepreneurs pitching the investor. The investor draws a business card and rolls the industry die. That's probably going to be me for the most part. Not as the investor. The investor will go around, but I'll be rolling the die and pulling the cards. The entrepreneur team has 2 minutes to brainstorm. And that's going to be, we're going to actually making it kind of like lightning round. So it's normally 2 minutes, then we're going to do 1.5 minutes, then a minute, and then 30 seconds to really kind of like put the pressure on and see what we're made of. Test our steel. The investor then chooses who gets the funny or fundable card. And that's how the point system works. So one
after
point
a pitch,
is funny.
though.
Yes. After a pitch, it's one card for funny, 1 card for fundable, or the investor can actually give both points. Something is funny and fundable. The investor rotates the first card. Normally, standard rules is the first team to get 5 cards wins. We're just going to be doing 1 round each. And you'll get a real good idea of how easy it is to play this online. The industries that we're going to be rolling for, they are tech and apps, media and entertainment, toys and games, sports and outdoors, home goods, fashion and retail, or every once in a while we'll roll a number that is investor's choice. So the investor gets to choose between one of those what do we got? 6 different industries.
Or come up with your own.
Or come up with your own. Yeah.
We've had people do like
aeronautics.
space industry. Yeah.
Yeah. We went to the same place. We went to the exact same place.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Christmas decorations, whatever you want. All right.
I'm not even going to go there. So you guys ready to get started? Eric,
yeah, let's have some fun.
As our guest, you get to be the investor first. So the first card that we are playing with is Boomerang. There it is right there. And the industry, you hear that die roll. Number 2. Looking in our trusty box with all the rules. Number 2 is tech and apps. Tech and apps. So Boomerang and tech and apps.
Boom.
So, Tomer, are you going to be handling the timer?
Sure, I got it. Well, we've already started, so let's say that we got about another 1.5 minutes running left for it.
Eric, while you're waiting for us, why don't you tell us what games inspired you growing up and how they impacted the way you do business and play in business, if you will.
Business, huh? I mean, I realized that growing up, you play Monopoly, or most people or families will play Monopoly, and then you realize you play it wrong, and then that's the real estate right now. But in terms of other games, I mean, not board games. You got Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon's been a huge thing as of late, so that definitely shapes the idea. That also influenced like even the possibilities of this game too, with the design of like the toppings. They're all based on characters. So the idea that, seeing how widely popular Pokemon is, I think it's their 25th anniversary, and they're just even blowing up even more. They got their deal with Levi's just recently, wearing Pokemon clothes cool again, even though, we were doing that back when I was like 10 years old. And just the possibility that you can create a whole world that, kids, would come to love and adore. So I think that was just a lot of forward thinking, like you had mentioned this with the expansion packs, and just even with the card game, to instead of just coming up with like a picture of a pudding, I wanted to incorporate some soul into these character arts and stuff too. So like some of these characters have a little bit more personality into them, and hopefully they'll become a staple character later on. So I would say Pokemon has always been a huge staple.
Awesome, and that's time, and I totally agree. And now with the was it Pokemon Go? I remember when it first came out. I actually saw people who don't normally socialize suddenly meet and congregate in like little patches and be like, hey, we're both into this thing. And I think I saw at least one romance blossom from it. So I think that's cool.
That's the dream, man. That's the dream.
Yeah.
That is great.
Find a fellow Charizard. I get it. Cool. Well,
first all right, with that joke, you're the first to pitch to it.
Oh, well, my pleasure. I'll put it up. I'll give myself a minute 30 here. So thank you so much for having us here. My company is Bammerang in tech and apps. Now, haven't you wanted to eat the food of your childhood? Don't you wish that when you reach for the computer that it already knows what you want to eat because it wants to feed you the thing that you used to love? Come Bammerang. Very much sponsored by Emerald Lagasse and his famous style of bamming some salt into the pot. Bammerang brings back recipes from the past. It's kind of like that time hop on Facebook or on any of the other social medias. Whenever you're about to eat, you just tap Bammerang, and it's going to pull up a recipe from your childhood that you didn't even know how to make. But all of a sudden, boom, there it is. How often do you call an old family member and say, hey, how do you make that thing you used to give me when I was a kid? And they're like, it was just pasta. Get over it. And you're like, great, thanks. Bammerang. Bring your childhood back to your stomach. That's it. You're welcome to ask us questions however you want for another like 20 seconds afterwards, or you can just be like, I got it. And move on to the next.
I got it.
Cool. I got that. I get that.
Darby, you wanna slay this dragon next?
Oh, this dragon. Consider this dragon slayed.
It's a Charizard, Darby.
Oh, that's
right. Sorry.
All right. Bammerang in tech and apps. Aren't we all just so tired of being on social media and seeing all these notifications from all of our people on our Facebook timeline that we're friends with, but we just don't know? It's annoying. Our timelines are cluttered. And thanks to Mark Zuckerberg nowadays, chances are 95% of your feed isn't seeing your posts anyways. Enter Bammerang, the quick and easy, totally intrusive way for you to hop into conversations for anyone on your friends list on Facebook. Now there's no need for you to put off having those awkward conversations with new friends that you don't even know, but you just saw that you had mutual friends. But now you've invited so many friends on Facebook that you don't even know the mutual friends that now you're friends with. Enter, again, Bammerang. Get those conversations started. If it's not a good fit, our app is plugged into Facebook's API, and it will cut the relationship off if there's no future going forward. Bammerang, changing the way that we interact with people we don't know today.
Right.
This is kind of like a Clubhouse with a Facebook integration now, right?
Very, very intrusive. Very, very, very much. Just hop into conversation. Don't really. We're taking down the Clubhouse wall where you have to actually like decide to click on the link that your friend gives you. So, yeah, it's revolutionary. No one's doing it.
The intrusive app.
All right, cool.
All right, Tim, what you got?
Bammerang, in Take Two, in tech and apps, is a revolutionary app to help people such as myself. See, when I was a young boy, I grew up eating pastas on the daily because I grew up in an Italian household. I enjoyed those pastas, but somewhere down the line, I became gluten intolerant. It was a hard life. I didn't know what to do. All I ate was salad and chocolate because I knew they didn't have gluten in them. But luckily, I invented Bammerang. And Bammerang is an app that allows you to find appetizers, that is. So Bam or Rang is an acronym for real appetizers with no gluten. This will allow you to find gluten-free appetizers anywhere you are, and it'll automatically apply a discount code for it, so you can get it half price because you can only enjoy half of the flavor. Boomerang in tech and apps.
Done. Okay. Well, Eric, why don't you summarize the three of them real quick in like a bite, and then you get to give out funny and fundable cards however you want to. In all honesty, you can give none of the cards out if you think, you know what, I'm gonna walk away with my money and my
It's a dumpster fire of a pitch session.
So, someone can get both cards or none at all as well. Right?
Correct. It's dealer's choice. Completely dealer's choice.
I'm going to summarize Boomerang in the tech space. So Tomer had a
Tomer, my friend.
Tomer had. I feel like that's what an investor would.
Yeah.
Pronounce your name wrong, anyways.
Yeah.
Basically, just identifying recipes from your childhood. Just imagine mac and cheese or something, and then Darby has basically an intrusion app on Facebook where you just bombard people's conversations, and then Tim's is finding appetizers with no gluten and with a discount code of 50% off apps. So I'm gonna give Tim the funny card just because that is absolutely ridiculous. But it's definitely not a sound investment because of the monetization strategy that he has going on there. Like unless there was the app is gonna make some money from the full receipt, then maybe to drive that customer in, but I don't think he really mentioned that. So he was just talking about pasta as he was growing up.
Well, we get paid from gluten intolerant support groups.
Oh, well, you didn't mention that, so I'm gonna.
Damn.
And then,
go for the Hail Mary pass on that.
I would give Darby the investment card because it would be interesting to see how hard he can shake up the industry. And I think this is one of the things where this is probably crypto money, that there's just more money to burn than anything.
Have you looked at our deck?
No.
Well, how do you know about okay, it's a backroom conversation that we'll have to have, but I appreciate the fundableness.
Yeah.
Eric, that was probably the most like business savvy breakdown of pitches in the show's history, and also maybe the first fundable card that Darby has received.
Yes.
In 4 to 5 shows. Yeah,
the definite like 9 out of 10 investments go wrong, and but it's gonna be invested just to see what happens.
This is probably one of the ones that goes wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, you already cut me a check. I'm gonna tell you what's going wrong.
It's like we're screwed.
All right. Well, Darby, why don't you play the investor role next? Sing "We Are the Champions." Tim, want to draw, or do you have a deck right there that you're doing?
Yep.
All right, Darby, go for it, Tim. Tim, go for it.
The card is Twinder, and the industry is Investor's Choice. I'm going the next one up in toys and games.
All right.
Nothing difficult. Oh shit! It's gonna be difficult for me too.
There it is. Twinder in toys and games. Yeah. All right. Darby, what kind of video games you playing these days? You're muted, my friend.
So would you believe me if I told you none?
I would.
I think life's a video game, man. We're all just in a simulation, bro.
Okay.
This is what happens when Elon moves to town. You start going to lunch with him, and then he convinces you life's a simulation.
Yeah. So the key is getting every other electrical car. That's the game actually we're playing. I can't talk about it in public, but since we're here live, I'm happy to share. Elon's on a mission to disassemble every other electrical car from every other company out there, market share and things. So He has a clubhouse room that's secret, and he enlists folks around the city of Austin to, take tires off of electric cars. So don't tell anyone that, though.
Nope. Our little secret.
It's absolutely proprietary information.
Except for where we're streaming.
It's all good. Elon doesn't watch the show. That was a lie. A lie to everybody watching this. Is absolutely not true. Don't go steal their cars.
We got about 2 seconds left, boys. Wrap up your thoughts. You're ready to pitch to Darby.
My God, have mercy on your soul.
Sure. Tim, you got the other fundable card there, the funny card.
Yep.
Last round. Why don't you start the pitch off for us?
All right. So, Twinder in Toys and Games is the newest and latest and greatest game where you play Twister, but it's a twin version with dire consequences. So basically, it's two Twister mats that has you play in a team. So one person has to do it, and you have to do it. So you not only have to make the movement, you have to land at the same time. If you don't land at the same time, there will be dire consequences. This box does come, even though it's $80. There's a good reason for that. Comes with razor blades, cockroaches.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Razor blades, cockroaches. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember. There's so many things. I just can't remember them all. Razor blades, cockroaches, scorpion tails, a little bit of poison, but it's okay. If you get the expansion pack, comes with the antidote. So anything that is poisonous. So yeah, that's basically it. It's Team Twister with dire consequences, also known as Twinder.
Interesting.
Has anyone died playing?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Close. Real close. We had a couple flat lines, but they popped back up.
All right.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Exactly. We have a great legal team.
Eric looks like he's chomping at the bit over there. You ready to go, my friend?
I'm just gonna wing it. I had an idea, and I kind of got lost in the idea. Just not very confident in front of the investor here, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna take a spin off of the Twinder in Toys and Games category. I'm gonna run it as a service-based model where we actually have people, if you ever wished that you were a twin, we can match you up with your twin based on your favorite toy. So if you submit a toy and your other toy twin also submits the same toy, then you'll get matched up into the service, and it's basically your long lost twin. So consider them your fraternal twin as part of it, and it's matched directly with the toy you like. So if you like Hot Wheels and it's a Hot Wheels red car, and say Tim puts up a Hot Wheels, then he's your twin, and therefore that's Twinder as a service matched by Toys and Games.
All right.
Dig it.
So
Darby?
Tinder for twins and toys.
Basically, if you wish you had a twin, but you're not a twin, we'll match you with a fraternal twin, basically.
It's like a game mate.
Yeah.
But
Game mates.
Yeah, a toy mate.
Toy mate.
Your twin toy mate. Your twin.
Any follow-up questions, Darby?
No further questions.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, moving right along.
Cool.
There.
So Twinder in Toys and Games, the next party game for your small group of evenly numbered party members. Everyone splits into teams, and when you get 4 cards that you are drawing from, and when you do, each team member is facing away from each other. They then have to guess what the other person is going to select out of those 4 cards. They each get the same 4 cards. And when they turn around, they have to be matching. If they don't, they lose a point. If they do, they get a bunch of points. And there's 3 different rounds. First, it's cards. Then it's a bunch of props that come with it. So like different hats, whatever, and you have to basically mind guess what your twin is going to be wearing or doing when you turn around. So it's like 1, 2, 3, boom. And if you lose, it's probably a drinking game too. And then the last one is words. So you have to turn around and shout the same word at the same time. If you don't, you fail. It keeps rotating around until people can't stand up because they are so drunk.
Getting visions of like a Wild West battle, but
it's like a duel. Yeah. It's like a draw kind of thing, but you have to you're trying to match each other. So it's like there's a game called Mind Meld where you're trying to reach the same word through a series of arcs. It's a lot like that. It will bring everyone together or very drastically apart and make them die laughing.
All right.
Ready?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Fundable.
Yeah. So we've got Tim with the twister with a twist with dire consequences. Very good lawyers. We got Eric, which is a service-based business who's matching up twins that don't have twins based on their toys that they like. And then we've got a twist. I don't know, how would you even describe that? It's a beautiful description of a game, Tomer. It's like a drinking game, but you're trying to match up with your twin on the other side, and it's Flash. Honestly, I have never done this before, guys. This is the first. Tomer, you get funny and fundable because that sounds like a fun game. That sounds like a really fun game. Sounds like a fun game, but also I could totally see people playing that and like buying it on Amazon. I just don't get killing people with cockroaches.
But hey, we all have different tolerances for fun.
Sure.
Some people
Let's go for that.
Awesome. Good round, guys.
All right. This is going to be a shorter round. We're going to do a minute. I will be the investor. Tim, why don't you pull the cards for us?
Next card in the deck is Airboard. I'm missing my camera. Airboard in fashion and retail.
Airboard in fashion and retail.
Are you you're the investor?
I am. Yeah.
Ruby.
Awesome.
Clock has
there
started.
We go. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Eric, you've been launching this thing. It's your own adventure. I think for us, launching SideHustle has also been an interesting adventure, and each day there's a new step on the journey. And I think the next thing that we are all focused on is definitely the PR portion of it and getting our word out to other people with some fun audiences that we know would like it, but just haven't heard about it yet. So that's definitely where we're focused next. So if anybody has a publication and wants to talk about it, let's have a chat. I think that there's a lot of elements there that can appeal to a lot of different audiences for both of us. One thing I'll say that I really like about yours, Eric, is that it reminds me of a game that I saw a while back that was their main pitch was that it could be sold at a wine store, and the game came in a wine bag and it would fit in there, and then you would be able to fit a wine in it, so that it created a sales place for somewhere for a game that would never be sold in a liquor store or in a wine store, right? In the same way, you've created essentially a product that can be sold at a Boba store anywhere that normally is not. It was like non-existent shelf space that you've invented, essentially. And I think that's awesome. So yeah, just wanted to mention that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And with that, I want to hear what y'all got for Airport. Okay. Tim, you have a deer in the headlights look, so I'm very fascinated to put you on the spot.
That's my normal charming eyes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Go for it, buddy.
Okay, so yeah, this one was tough. This one was tough for me. I'm usually pretty quick on these, but the handicapped aside, Airboard in fashion and retail is the first solar powered drawer heaters for your clothes. So when you are out of power or you're away from home, you can set a little, when you're in the shower, you can set up your clothes to be nice and warm for you for when you come out of the shower and you have to go out into the frozen tundra of Austin, or at least Austin last week. So now you can always have clothes at the exact temperature you want it to be. And also we're implementing a new board. It's kind of foldable. It's like a trifold that you can wear around your sternum, and it keeps your whole body your whole body at any temperature that you want. Airboard. That sucked, but it's the best I got. So deal with it.
Space heaters for your body. Got it.
Mm-hmm. But they're solar
thermal
powered.
Blankets. Solar powered.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody knows this that's listening, but Texas, let alone Austin, Texas, was completely out of power for almost 5 days. That was awful. So everybody needs an airboard. PSA.
Fair enough. Everybody needs some solar panels that, if they're covered in snow, are still covered in snow.
My clothes were cold.
Sure. All right.
Thank you. Nation. I need world.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that toasty item.
The toasty pitch.
Eric, you want to hop in it?
Yeah, let's do it. We got Airboard in fashion and retail, and basically we're just taking the next trend. Obviously, back in the 90s, we got skateboard, you got Tony Hawk. Currently, TikTok's been blowing up rollerblading, making it really cool. And then I think maybe also in the 90s or maybe in the 2000s, we got the air guitar, and you go riffing and stuff. So we're combining both the air guitar and the skateboard, and you just got the airboard. So hop into a store, pick up an airboard, and you can just go gliding on your your airboard. You probably won't go very far, but you're gonna look cool doing it. So just make sure you're styling out on your airboard and get it today at the airport.
Righteous.
Yeah.
Very righteous, bro. Is it an actual operating board, or is it like you pretend to be on a skateboard like you would pretend to play guitar?
I mean, are you pretending though to play air guitar?
You're right. I've been practicing for years.
It's pretty real, so it's totally operational.
Yeah, I did learn from Yngwie Malmsteen how to air guitar. So that's cool. Cool. All right. Thank you for that. Darby, hit me up.
Airboard, fashion and retail. Aren't you tired of wrinkles? I mean, it's 2021. You still deal with wrinkles, bro? It's probably because your traditional irons that your mom used to use to iron your wrinkles just aren't cool anymore. It's not cool to iron wrinkles. No bro wants that. Enter Airboard. It's the new wave solution for bros and chicks who want to iron their clothes in style. The best part about it is our proprietary technology actually creates the iron board out of thin air by compressing the molecules of hydrogen and oxygen in such a way that the steam from your, also made by air, I'm holding the iron right now that goes on the airboard. It comes with, this is it. See, you can't see it. And so like you can't look bad ironing your clothes if no one can see that you're ironing your clothes. It just comes with like a Dance Dance Revolution type of like heat with it. As we already talked about, rollerblading is really popular on TikTok. Like it's a hit. It's wonderful. And our goal is to end wrinkles on your clothes forever by 2025.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. So, okay, so we had in Airboard and fashion and retail, we had Tim with a heated sweater that was solar powered /
heated drawers.
A heated drawer and a heated blanket that was solar powered. We had Eric with a skateboard that was not a skateboard, which was an airboard, which was air guitar level of thing. And we have Darby with essentially, yo, ironing ain't cool, bro, but this is. And so it's selling like like home maturity to the bro community. Okay.
Right. It seems like an entry with like an adulting pack.
Yeah, I got that too. And because of that, Tim, you didn't. This is ridiculous. But I think that the idea that you would go in and buy a fake skateboard makes me laugh so hard. So, Eric, you get the funny. And Darby, I think that that's an untapped market and that you're hitting it up. So, Darby gets the fundable.
Yes. That's 2 for anyone out there counting.
2.
Oh, I am. All right. Has anyone not been an investor?
Me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And we're going to do this a fast one, guys. It's going to be 30 seconds. Come up with it right on the spot, and then pitch it to them real quick.
All right. The business name is Avidoo, Avidoo. Uh-oh. Ooh, and that is also in fashion and retail.
Let's change it up.
To the industry or the card?
The industry.
Tech and apps.
Sure, whatever. We already did. But
I don't know why I've had an upward inflection of a question mark.
It is you are the investor.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. I got money to burn, and it's going to the tech and apps for Avidoo.
Avidoo. Okay, saving it, and it should be showing now. That's what we got right there. All right, y'all, 30 seconds. Go.
All right, everybody listening and watching, I want to draw your attention once again to Sabobatage, the game, and check it out at bobacardgame.com/SH. That is our special link to bring you to the Kickstarter that is going on right now that has, I'm telling you, this thing has hit the ground running. I'm so proud to see my friend build something like this and be so successful and so quickly on Kickstarter. It dropped today on the February 23rd, just in case you're listening to it later on. It'll be running for the next 30 days, I believe. Right, Eric?
That's cool. Correct.
Next thing I want to bring to your attention is our game. We also have a game that we're playing right now that we created as entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, and you can find us right on Amazon. So go to Amazon and search Side Hustle Game. The next thing I want to bring to your attention is if you want to be a guest, if you want to be playing with us and share your business and all the things that you built and brought to the world and have some fun for once, shoot me an email at tim@playsidehustle.com. That's tim@playsidehustle.com. Last note, I know, Tomer, the time's up, but last note is if you like StreamYard, if you like how we're doing this, we're actually pulling the audio and making podcasts out of it. It's a really, really cool software, and you can get started for free. Check out the link for it in the description, and you can go ahead and get started for free. You guys ready?
There we go. Awesome. Yeah, everybody ready to go? All right, we'll put it right back there. Tim@playsidehustle.com. I wasn't listening closely enough to know if that was correct.
Yep, tim@playsidehustle.com.
Cool. I'm ready to go. You ready?
Probably sweating. Probably. Why are you sweating? You scared?
Oh, I ain't scared. All right, am I going?
Go for it, I guess.
Yabba dabba doo, mother truckers. This is Avidoo. It's the app that changes your voice into any of your favorite cartoon characters from ever and always. Yabba dabba doo with Avidoo. Turn your voice into Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Ruh-roh. Cool. Okay. I got one.
All right, go for it.
Avidoo. It's actually AVID. Ooh. Ever wonder what is that video? Well, you can this is a Chrome plugin for only $5.99 that anytime you're watching a video, it will automatically ID it and tell you everything about it, so you can track down where people originally got that footage. Or you're like, I feel like I've seen this before. This doesn't feel like it's theirs. It's AVID. Ooh.
Nice. So it's audio visual identification.
Yeah. And
Something.
ooh is just like a wow. It works.
I like it.
Ooh.
All right, Eric, what you got?
Cool. All right. I got AV I Do. It stands for an audiovisual I Do. So we're actually an app for wedding services, and we actually are going cross-border, cross-country, and bringing you guys certified Universal Life Church officiants that can wed you if you want to use a mail order bride or mail order husband groom. We have all the legal systems available to get you guys wedded. We also can process payments. So if you need to send your money to your significant other across borders, we got that covered. That is AV I Do, the audiovisual I Do service app.
That's amazing. I cannot believe you guys all came up with such good stuff so quickly. I'm actually quite impressed.
Anything that is wedding industry is insanely profitable.
Yeah. I'm going wedding, baby, or kitchen. Like those are.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to recap, Darby went first. He is the voice changing app to any of your favorite characters from childhood or today. And Tomer is the Shazam for AV. Shazam. Did I say Shazam? Yeah, Shazam for AV. So you can not only do the audio identification, but you can do video identification, which is great and much needed. And I don't understand how it doesn't exist right now. And then there is basically a justice of the peace. You know, it's an on-call network of people that can wed you. And I'm guessing any different denomination. And just give me a justice of peace, a rabbi, anything. So you can get married online. I'm guessing there's, just real quick, I'm going to back up, Eric. Do you have is it also like a Zoom? Does it have Zoom integration so you can have all your guests there too? Definitely does.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay.
There's a StreamYard.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
So, all right. So for the funny and fundable, this is actually kind of tough. So Darby gets the funny, no doubt.
Hell yeah.
No doubt. Just because I like all the alliteration and the rhyming, that's what you won me over with that. There's a special place in my heart for that. But the fundable, that was a tough one. That was a really, really tough one. I'm going for Eric. I'm sorry, Tamer. I tried
broke my heart.
I tried being a JP for someone that's getting married. They're not getting married any longer because of the whole COVID thing. So they're just going to become a justice of the peace, or just get a justice of the peace, go to town hall. And I was actually considering, like, do I do that? Should I go online and fill out some paperwork so I can just marry my friends? So that one struck home for me. So Eric, you got the fundable, brother.
Nice. Yeah, we make the processing fees for the foreign exchange money transaction. So
nice.
Foreign exchange fees, because it's always internationals. Okay, fair enough. Do you need a green card fast? AV, I do. Sweet.
Awesome. That was a full cycle.
Yeah.
That was a full cycle.
Yeah.
If you guys have any closing notes, anything that Tomer, Darby, anything else you guys are working on? Tomer, I know you have a new color that you might be working on for.
Yeah.
A new what?
That's so one of the brands that I manage is the Clever Coffee Dripper. I don't have one right here, but basically we're sourcing a new color and trying to decide what people like. And it's kind of tough to decide, but before you order 10,000 of something, you kind of want to make sure people want that color. So it's kind of that. So if you are on my Instagram, just check out my story and you'll send me a little vote.
What's your Instagram so people can stalk you?
At Tomer Soran, I believe.
Very cool.
I think I'll put a type out there. We have two options here. We can get to know Eric a little bit more, hear about his journey. We can also do a quick speed round. I leave it up to you, Tim and Eric.
Yeah, let's go through with the three partners for this round and just see what's going on, what's cooking, drive people to some of the things that they're working on, and then close out by learning a little bit more about Eric and his journey.
All right. Well, Tim, what's going on with you then?
Yeah, so I'm actually relaunching a product that I had. It's more of a an assessment. It's called the Entrepreneurial Hierarchy of Needs Assessment. I have a free Facebook group that you guys can go to. You can find it on Facebook. It's Entrepreneurial Hierarchy of Need. Just type that in the search bar. I'm actually going to be accompanying that with a podcast, and the whole idea behind it is to not find balance in life, quote unquote, but to find harmony between life. And the assessment allows you to see your blind spots and what you're not necessarily taking care of, so you can lend yourself to have proper accountability if someone's helping you or you're doing it yourself. So yeah, I would encourage everybody to check that out on Facebook.
Awesome.
Darby, what's going on with you?
Yeah, so this week today, actually, we're relaunching what was started off a few weeks ago as a book challenge. What essentially we're doing is running weekly challenges, weekly sprints for people that are either marketers, entrepreneurs, or authors already, how to utilize AI and new technology to accelerate getting a book out of your head onto paper and getting that MVP version done inside of 7 days. When we ran this first challenge a few weeks ago, we had just over a dozen books get published onto Amazon. Some were ebooks, some were actual printed physical versions that
what would that be called? What would people search for, Darby?
And so the community that we're building around this is called Jarvis Underground. And what we're running is, it's going to be every few weeks. We're not exactly sure the cadence right now, but yeah, we're rerunning a 7-day book challenge inside of that group. And we're going to be building that into kind of like an educational hub for people that either, whether you're just an author or a blogger that is looking to break through that writer's block and just like, not get bogged down by just like looking at a blank screen and not knowing where to type or where to continue what you were working on. How to best leverage this AI, these tools with conversion AI is what we're using, and getting those books out of your head. So if you go to jarvisunderground.com, it'll redirect you to the Facebook group right now, but we'll be building on that domain.
Excellent. So cool watching that grow. So very cool. So Eric, a couple questions. So what was I know we've known each other for quite a while, but what was one of your first businesses?
My
doesn't even have to be one on the books.
Yeah, my own business, or partnered up with people, or like try to do something.
First venture into entrepreneurship.
I think my first exposure into entrepreneurship was I was about 3 years into corporate. I was moving into my next job. I had a tough time looking for my next sales job. And I had come from ADP. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the payroll company. And I couldn't land a job in tech sales over in Silicon Valley. That's where I was living. And I'm like, man, if me coming in with 3 years of sales experience can't even land another sales job, even with like phenomenal numbers, blowout quotas, consistent performance, and like none of these tech companies are bringing them on board, I was like, how is any entry-level person or a college student going to come out of college without experience? And so I decided to want to make a sales boot camp. And at that time, the software companies were blowing up, right? You got Hack Reactor, so you can go quit your job and go into an intense program. And so I wanted to do something similar for the sales, especially for the tech industry. And as I was doing my research, I ended up finding a team that had just started like a month before me. And what I ended up doing was just reaching out saying like, hey, I had this idea. I'd love to just like see what you guys are up to and just kind of support, because I had no experience doing it. So I got to work with them. They brought me on board just like free labor. I just wanted the experience. And we got it to a point where we got $500,000 in seed funding at the point. But right around that time, that's actually when I got into my car accident too. And so I had to just opt out and just rest up and stuff. So, I mean, it was cool to see, like, had I, taken my idea and like build it out myself, it could have become just like that. But to see that an idea was basically fundable at that point, that was always an eye-opening experience for me. So that kind of gave me the confidence, like, okay, maybe my next idea can be, worth it too. So
yeah, there's a lot of lessons in what you just said, and I think one of my biggest takeaways from what you just said, two things, was perseverance. Right, you got into a car accident. What now? You'd either be green and growing or ripe and rotting at that point. And the other takeaway is being able to, even if it's a glimpse, see how things kind of work, so you can fill in the blanks versus saying I want $1 billion and not really knowing the in between. Having any semblance of the in between is really helpful to kind of build your faith on.
Yeah. And I'm you and I know each other quite a few years now. I mean, you see me, I like to be very hands-on with everything. Make sure like I know how to do something before I offload it to someone else. And just hiring someone, for their expertise, and just being able to just get your hands dirty with all the stuff. I mean, not as hands-on. I'm not like, you were in construction before, but my hands can't do jack crap about it. But digitally, I'm all about it. So
very cool. Very cool. Yeah, you have a pretty wide set of skills.
Yeah, master of none, I would have to say, but I try to at least get it to a point of a high enough level, of expertise to an extent. So that's all I could really ask for.
Just enough to be dangerous and be able to hire.
Yeah, exactly. And then know when you can have your BS detector.
Super important. Important.
Yeah.
So I'm curious,
cool.
what are the next steps here for the game? Sort of what do you foresee? What is the Kickstarter path for you at the moment? What's the idea?
Yeah. So I believe I'm not 100% on the numbers, but I think when we started our call here 51 minutes ago, we were at $6,000 funded. I don't know, Timmy, if you remember what we were at right before we got kicked off.
6,100 when I checked. We started the call.
So we're at 8,000 now, and so that's why you notice I was like just looking off camera, just making sure the team is okay. So yeah, it's been phenomenal to see this happen. After this Kickstarter, I mean, once we cross over the 10,000 threshold, I think that's really gives us ammunition to go really hard with the PR campaign. And I know that's something you guys mentioned, wanting to learn more about. I mean, a lot of the media companies that we did reach out, it's tough to say because, I'm sure they get pitched all the time. Like, hey, there's a Kickstarter, there's like this project and stuff, but they don't really care unless it's successful and there's something to write home about. And so I think this gives it more ammunition for us now. Like once we do cross this $10,000 threshold and come back to the media company that did say, yeah, this is interesting, but come back to us when it's, funded.
Yeah.
And for us to say, hey, it was funded within 3 hours, or it's not going to be 3 hours, hopefully 5 hours. Let's just say 5 hours, right? And then basically get coverage from there and then just steamroll ahead. And then afterwards, really, it's just, refining the design. Even these cards that I showed you guys, this was a prototype that was just printed at a local shop. And I realized even getting these into the hands of people, like even the typography is a little too small for people. So these top cards have extra functions, but people, even when they hold the card, they don't even notice because their hand is kind of covering it, right?
Yep.
And so this is something you don't really realize until after the fact that people have been playing, and you see that they're like, we didn't even know we could draw cards because they're holding the cards like this, and when they play it down. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's an issue. So even just coming back to redesign a little bit of this is one thing, and then hopefully, if we do get some really good traction, we'll go into that expansion theory that I had mentioned before with the Boba shops. And so, there.
Yeah, I really like that idea.
Yeah, that's great.
What idea to partner?
Yeah, one of
the world go round.
Yeah, one of the other things too. I know you guys mentioned media and stuff. So I actually run a media company that just got launched up in October. It's called NeedThat.com. It's still very, very new. It's a consumer product review website, essentially, and it came from a passion of being in the consumer product space. So Tim and I, he saw me, I think he met me right at the beginning when I was starting to run this product incubator and accelerator company. And one of the things I found was that a lot of the successes we had launching our clients' products to market is getting it through media, getting it through different channels such as that. So I figured, you know what? Let me create a site that I would want to read about products, learn about products, discover products. Not necessarily like a Kickstarter discovery, but just like meet products, getting some more experience with like hands-on and product reviews, buying guides. Right now, we actually have a really solid content creator. Her name's Megan. We're actually experimenting right now about driving TikTok content into the website. And we had brought her on board when she had about 2 or 3 videos that had gone viral for about 2 to 3 million impressions on TikTok. And so we brought her on board as a content writer, and then she's been driving a lot of the traffic to the site, and it's been really great to see that we had some stickiness to it. And then at the beginning of February, she had one video go super viral on TikTok, and that was about 17 million views on TikTok. Wow. So you can imagine the
URL, Eric?
That's the correct one, yeah. And so you can imagine the impressions and the visits and even the clicks through the affiliate side through Amazon. It was huge. I mean, she's single-handedly having some random Amazon stores and products just sell out of inventory. So it's been a wild journey to see this too. It's at the same time of me launching the card game. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's really great.
That's quite a journey.
Yeah.
So cool.
Fantastic. Well, we're getting close to the end there, Tim.
Yep. We have about 5 minutes. We can cut it now if you guys want. Or we can't get through a full round in 5 minutes.
We could try a speed round, see what happens.
I ain't scared.
Oh boy. So what we've been doing for the speed round is Tim will draw. We'll just pull out 4 cards face down and roll a category. And then we'll one by one go around and pitch. Like he'll lift it and you pitch on the spot, like first thing that comes to your mind. And then at the end we all vote for somebody else's instead of ours and see what happens. What do you guys think? Cool?
Let's do it.
Let's see what happens. All right. Why don't you roll the industry first, my friend?
Man, 11 came up again. I'm not doing that. It's a 9er.
All right.
Food and beverage.
Food and beverage.
That one already. Basket case.
Okay, that would be Darby. Go.
Basket case in food and beverage. So basket case is actually a new disease that is coming from the food and beverage industry. It's like the mad cow disease, except for it's in everything with like fructose and corn syrup. And so what happens is people are just getting this condition called basket case that they're just getting whenever just having just this nasty food. And so it's actually a pandemic in the food industry, basket case. I would not fund it. No, we need to fund the vaccine against it. And that's what we're raising money for.
So your business is a pandemic.
There's a lot of money in that business.
Fair enough. Interesting. All right. Fair enough. All right.
We all run in the
the same category, the same industry, different card.
Okay.
Each person just on the spot, so you don't have time to prep.
Yep. So Bath Masters.
Eric, go for it.
What? Sorry, industries and food and bev.
Food and beverage. Bath Masters.
Bath Masters is for the barbecue masters that want to build a grill out of their bathtub and smoke and grill their meats in the bathroom. Bath Masters, get your barbecue from Bath.
Nice.
I like it.
All right, you ready, Tamer? This one's you.
Give me a second here. All right, hit me.
Beta blockers.
Beta blockers.
Whoop. Yep.
There you go. So are you constantly made fun of at every outing because people think that the way you order is not cool or masculine enough? Well, no longer is that going to be the case. Beta blockers is a service at every restaurant that will watch how people order it, and if somebody starts teasing you, we'll come in and basically judo chop somebody in the face if they're being rude to you while you order. Beta blockers. Punch your friends in the face at restaurants. All right. And one for Tim.
This is gonna be tough.
Go.
Biomba. So in food and
beverage.
So Biomba is the first spice that is actually a probiotic to help your gut biome. And grasping at straws here. That helps your gut biome. It's acidophilus and some other ones mixed up in there. But depending on your ethnicity and your cultural heritage, it actually adapts to what you actually prefer as a flavor. So it uses your DNA to release the proper gut biome in your stomach and alters your taste because it'll know what to express and what flavor you prefer.
Boom. Biome.
Biome.
I didn't even know what biome was a real thing in probiotics. I had to look it up.
Yeah, your gut biome. Your gut biome.
That's why people drink kombucha and take probiotics and eat yogurt, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was a sweaty one. That was a tough one.
Everybody gets one vote. You can't vote for yourself. I'll list people around and we'll do it. Let's just go in reverse order. Anybody want to vote for Tim's Biomba? Oh,
sure. I'll
one for Eric.
Sure. That was the least confident vote I've ever gotten in my life.
That's just how it is, my friend. What is it? 10K? Fine.
All right.
Eric, what was the name of yours again? Do you remember?
Bathmaster.
Bathmaster. I actually really like the idea that you are just sitting on the toilet grilling in your bathtub.
Yeah,
I vote for that one. Yeah. With that, I think you probably win. Mine was the somebody judo chopping somebody else in the face while you're ordering.
That would get funny for me.
Oh, fair enough.
I put the fundable for Eric.
Okay. Darby, yours was what was it again? Oh, yours was the plague. You're going to release a plague.
The vaccine. Imagine the funds we'll make from the money we'll make from the vaccine. It's gonna be huge.
Okay.
But I also kind of feel like you built the virus, so you'd be first to market for the vaccine.
No. We're the first to discover that the virus had hit, and then we also.
Darby, watch out next time you step out your door. I'm going to send beta blockers just to give you a swift judo chop in the face. Eric, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I think I'm excited for your Kickstarter and to have you as a fan of ours, and we're a fan of yours.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I love what you guys are doing. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur myself, so obviously when Tim shared with me SideHustle, I was like, all right, yeah. I just wish I had more entrepreneur friends to play with. So obviously once the pandemic is a little bit better to get together with my friends and get going on it. So
absolutely. Well, this is partially to show that it does work virtually. So if people are still keeping nice and isolated, all you need is one of the games and a few friends on a call. And if you need to, you can hire a remote justice of the peace too, apparently. So that's good. Yeah.
No, awesome. I got the copy, so I'm looking forward to trying all my friends on the game night. So.
Well, thanks so much, Eric.
All right. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Good night, everybody. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Adios.